Hi, I'm Aidan, founder of Warriors Remembrance Research Foundation, and thank you for volunteering to clean up our veterans' graves and community cemetery. And right now, I'm going to show you how to clean the veterans' graves and what are the steps to clean the graves. So, once you open your kit, which will be in this bucket, the things that'll be in there is there's first these gloves, which are just to protect your hands. And then there's a trowel, which is to, sometimes there's weeds around the marker, and you just use this to just scoop out the weeds. And then these sticks, there's a small one, or two small ones, two big ones, and what you use them for is for scraping dirt off of the marker, because we cannot use metal because it can scrape the marker, so we use wood. And then these are sponges. There'll be one in each kit, and they're just to absorb the water like while we're cleaning. And then there'll be 3 towels. There'll be a yellow one, a gray one, and a blue one, and 2 of them, whichever ones are for drying off a marker, and then one of the other ones is for waxing a marker, or for buffing the wax on the marker once you finish. And then we have our brush, which is for brushing the marker. And we have 2 brushes. We have this one, which is longer, and then we have this circular one. And then we have this paintbrush, which is for just swiping dirt off the marker when you first start. And then this is our D2, which is what we use with stone markers. And what it does is you use it to clean the marker. And then with our blue lid sprayer, this is our soap mixture, and we use these for bronze markers because the bronze markers don't need the D2 because they clean up easier than the stone markers. And then we have scissors for cutting weeds or anything like that around the marker. And then we have there'll be 2 of these. There's a big one and a small one, but these are for putting the wax on the marker. And then we have 2 brushes, and these are for cleaning out the letters in the marker. And then we have our water, which is for spraying the marker, and how you use it is it's pressure, so you just pump it and then it'll be able to spray. Oh, and then there's also this pad, which is basically just so you can put your knees on it, so you aren't in the dirt and you don't get ant bites or anything like that. So I'm going to be cleaning John R. Kenlin's marker, which is a stone marker, and I'll also be doing a demonstration on how to do the bronze markers, but this one is a stone marker. So our first step is we take the paintbrush and then we just swipe off all the dirt on there. So our next step is we take this wooden stick and we want to scrape off all the buildup. As a reminder, we use this wood because if we use any if we use any metal or anything like that, it could damage the marker or scrape the markers, but this wood, it will not, so that's why we use this. So after you're done scraping the marker with the wooden stick, you want to take your brush out again, and then you just want to swipe off all the buildup not all the buildup, but all the dust from the buildup. And you might not get all the buildup off with the wooden stick, but at the end it will all come off because just through scrubbing and all that will get it off. So step 4, we take this D2 and we're going to spray it on the stone marker. And basically what D2 is, it's a bio cleaner that when you spray it on, it'll go inside of the marker and then it'll lift up all the stains or anything. So then whenever you scrub it, all the stains will just come right off. So after you spray it on, you have to wait for 5 to 10 minutes, but preferably you should wait for 10 minutes because that'll make it work better. So while you're waiting for the 5 to 10 minutes, you can say a prayer for the veteran, or you can just walk around, see what other people are in here, say a prayer for them if you like. So now that we waited for 10 minutes, you can see how the D2 is lifting up all the stains, and now we're going to agitate it with some water. But what we do for our non-volunteer events, for really bad markers, we just spray the D2 on there, and then if we just leave it there for weeks, it'll just eventually just take all the stains off, and then it'll just all go down, and then we don't have to like do any scrubbing or anything. But you'll get a faster result if you take water and agitate it and then scrub it. So now that we agitated it with some water, we're going to take our brushes and then we're going to scrub. But before I scrub, I want to tell you that when we clean our markers, we can only use nylon fiber or natural fiber brushes, and that's because if you use plastic, and especially if you use metal, it'll scrape up the marker, but with nylon it won't scrape it. And then this one's nylon, and then this one is Tampico, and it's it's just a fiber from cactus. So now we're going to scrub the marker. So now we're going to take these two little brushes and we're going to scrub between the lettering, and we're also going to get any stains that the big brushes didn't get. So now we're going to spray it off with water because it's getting a little bit soapy. And as you can see, you can already see how much cleaner the marker is getting as I'm spraying off all this dirt. So now that our marker is dried off, you can see that it looks way better from the beginning, but there's still some stains. So what we do, if there is still stains, is we restart from the step where you spray it. So we're going to start by spraying it. And also, I just want to tell you that if you come to an event, it's okay if you only get 1 or 2 markers done and they're really good, instead of doing like 10 markers and they all, they're kind of made, they're not really that great, and then next cleaning event where people come out, it's just as bad as it was when you first came here. So if you can only get 1 done and it's really good, then that's perfect. We just spray a light coat of D2 over it, just like this. A week or so, whenever we come back out here, all these stains will be, nice and lifted up. Then we just spray it down with some water, and then all the stains will go away. So this is our microcrystalline wax, which is what we use on our only bronze markers, because our stone markers don't need them because they just don't need it. And when we put this on, we just open this, and a little bit of this goes a long way, so you do not need to put like a whole bunch on this. Like this one has been used like 5 times already, and there's still a lot of wax in it. So you just take a small scoop, you just see like that, and then you just do circular motion on the marker, and then whenever you get all of the marker completely covered in wax, you want to take one of your 3 towels that I mentioned, and then you want to just go in a circular motion all around the marker, and what that'll do is it'll buff it, which will make it all nice and shiny. You want to take these scissors or your trowel, and you want to cut any weeds or scoop any weeds out of the ground that are by it. As you can see, like this grass, you can just cut it, but if it's like you can't really cut it, you can use the trowel to get rid of it. So now I'm going to be showing you how to clean your bronze marker. Our first step is to take the paintbrush and then just wipe off all the dirt on the marker. Step 2 is we're going to take this wooden stick, and we're only going to be using this on the base of the marker. You do not want to scratch it on the bronze marker itself. It's only if it has a base on it to get rid of all the all the stubborn dirt that didn't get off with the brush. And you cannot scrape wood or metal on the bronze marker because it could scratch it or ruin it. So these wooden sticks, you only put them on the marker if it is stone. So for our next step, you want to take your soap and water solution, which will have the glue cap. And then for this one, whenever you spray it on, you do not have to wait like you do for the D2, because the D2 works differently than the just normal soap. So if you come across a bronze marker that looks like this one, how it kind of looks like it's all rusted, but what's really happening is, because we're in Texas and the sun is just so hot, it's always beaming down, it's actually getting rid of the lacquer on the marker. So now that you got all now that you sprayed the marker, you want to take your brushes and then you just want to brush it. But before I start, I want to tell you that you can only use nylon or natural brushes, and that's what will, because if you use plastic or anything like that, it would scrape up the marker. So this one is nylon fiber, and then this one is Tampico, which is a cactus fiber. So this one's natural. So now we're gonna brush the marker. So now to get rid of all the, around the lettering, the brushes can't really get around it because, it gets stuck on there. So we take these brushes and we just brush around the letters. And also, you can already see how the marker is already looking better. So now for our next step, now that we scrubbed off the marker with both of the brushes, we're just gonna spray off the marker with the water. And also, if the water stops spraying, like a lot, it's pressure activated, so you just do that a couple of times and it'll start spraying more. So now after we spray off the marker with water, I like to take a sponge, but you can also use, you can only use 2 of your towels, because one of the extra one, or the third extra one, is for buffing with the wax. So you can use towels or the sponge. So now you just want to take your rag and dry off the marker. So now that your marker's dried off, you want to take your microcrystalline wax and then your brush. There's a big one and a small one. And then a little bit of this wax goes a long way, so you just take a little bit, and then you just go circular motion around the marker. So now we're going to take a dry towel and then we're just going to buff the marker. And how you do this is you just do circular motions all around the marker and make sure that you get the letters too. So a lot of people ask us what the microcrystalline wax does, and basically what it does is it'll basically form a shell like around the marker, and so any dirt or anything that goes on it, it'll just bubble up, or like as you can see with the water, how it does not go on the marker, it's just right on top of the microcrystalline wax. So then we could just take our towel and we could just, so now that we've finished the marker, we top it all off with our 12x18 premium flag.